thought today I would jump in here and talk a little bit about lifestyle and immune function and navigating COVID-19 and or pandemics similar to, or just, basically talking about what we need to do in order to improve our immune systems to help us fight off viruses. Now, there's no real scientific evidence right now that's going to have any supplement right now that's going to help you with COVID-19. We do know that, it's great to help supplement, I guess, with vitamin D, vitamin C. I think they've mentioned zinc lozenges as well. But there's no real scientific evidence right now against COVID-19. But the thing is that what we want to look at is we want to make sure that we are getting enough calories in for proper immune function to happen, as well as just understanding that it's not just nutrition, that is in fact sleep and just stress management and basically getting in your regular exercise. One of the things that I think is really, really important to understand is that right now it's all about just hygiene to prevent the spread of the virus. But in terms of like trying to, figure out what we could be doing from nutrition, it's really looking at a well-balanced approach to your nutrition. So you want to, make sure that you're eating enough protein, enough vegetables, fruit, still have your starchy carbohydrates, especially if you are working out, and then looking at making sure that you're getting a good variety of or an abundance of healthy fats. We want to make sure when it comes to our lifestyle factors that we are getting sleep. If we were to draw a pyramid, sleep would be on the bottom of that right now because recovery is so important. So, making sure that you get anywhere between 7 to 9 hours of sleep. And we want that to be quality sleep. We don't want it to be a sleep where it's kind of a broken up pattern, okay? Trying to schedule exercise is really important, so I would put that in there. So we've got sleep, we've got our dietary intake, and then we've got exercise, and then we could put supplementation at the top of it if we wanted to look at immune function. But I think that at the end of the day, what we have to remember is that there is no supplement out there that's going to, make this easier for any of us. Really, it just comes down to having a good variety of foods. Now, what I do notice is that a lot of people are turning to food as a coping mechanism right now throughout this, this pandemic and or situations similar to this, like when we have large, challenges or obstacles in front of us. So it's a vicious cycle. We've got, our bad mood, and then we've got our comfort foods, and then we might have the fat regain, and it kind of continues this cycle. But the one thing that I want you to realize is that if you should use food as a coping mechanism, you have to give yourself some grace, okay? Because it might happen, and if you've used food as a coping mechanism in the past, it's likely going to happen again, all right? So basically what you could do right now, because now is the time for setting, small goals, looking at anywhere between 4 to 6 weeks, is to think about, specific measurable goals within that time frame, whether or not it's achievable or even relevant to what's going on right now, and then looking at the time and what we have. So it used to be that you could look at the outcome of 6 to 9 months, even a year from now for setting goals. Right now, because it is so uncertain right now with, the economy and what's going on, that you might want to just look at the 4 to 6 weeks. And basically what we're looking for is just making sure that there's habits and behaviors in there that are going to make sense for that small goal that you might have. So for example, maybe right now you want to work on drinking more water. So you want to maybe set that goal to be, 1, to 3 additional glasses per day or every other day, having it so that you can actually track that. Same thing with, maybe your protein intake, your vegetable intake, or your fruit intake, even your fats. These are things that you can do on a regular basis and start to build on right now, because now is the time. Habits and behaviors are going to hold you back. So if we don't want to go through that vicious cycle of emotional eating, if we can start paying attention to what we're actually doing right now, it might benefit you in the long term. And after all, that's what it's really about, is that if we can maintain some sort of normalcy now, it'll make it easier for you to get back to what used to be and or even improve on what you used to do. So the take home here is this: there are no supplements out there that are going to miraculously help you build your immune system. So don't be doing that shit, okay? The other thing is that just eat everything in moderation if you can. Be mindful of your choices. And here's the other thing: you can choose to track your intake or journal it, and that way you've got a way to reflect, but you don't have to do any of those. What works right now for you in this particular situation for both your lifestyle and immune system, whatever that looks like, is really yours to own. And it's really something that you have to know that you can actually follow through with, and not have any concerns or issues there, like with adherence. Okay, so remember this: nothing here is specific to any other individual. It's specific to you. It's what you want to do, and it's how you want to carry this out. So do your best. That's all you can do.